ticket's been changing. I went upstairs last month and it gave me a shock. Something around the eyes, yeah, a drooping off the mouth. I tried so hard but I can't turn back the clock. Well, my fears were soon confirmed when I visited once more. What's causing this change, and why do I want more? Am I still as innocent as I used to be? And what's this funny feeling that's coming over me? I wanna be corrupted. Please can't take me there. Wanna be corrupted. Lord, I just don't care. Wanna be corrupted. Too far from the shore. Much too late to turn back now, so give me more. Well, it's been a few years now since that picture it turned up. Things I've done since then, Caligula would have blushed. I ask myself if it's better or worse if Pandora's box is of any worth. Well, it's open now, so it's over now, I guess. I wanna be corrupted. Please can't take me there. Wanna be corrupted. Lord, I just don't care. Wanna be corrupted. We're too far from the shore. Much too late to turn back now, so give me more. When I lie awake, considering what it would really take to get me back to where I was before. Those nights I can almost see the strength I need overcoming me. Tear that picture down right off the wall. Or maybe when it is my time, I feel like I've wasted my life, and all this running around will catch up with me. Then again, maybe it won't. Heading here to meet a diamond boat, sail that boat straight right out to sea. I wanna be corrupted. Please can't take me there. Wanna be corrupted. Lord, I just don't care. Wanna be corrupted. We're too far from the shore. Much too late to turn back now, so give me more.
That's the Rushes, Dorian Gray, from their EP. This is Will 789GB. I'm sitting in for the Storyteller for the drama hour. He's away on holiday, and also he's in hospital. I didn't realise he was sometimes... well, I think the last epilepsy attack was about 10 years ago, apparently. But for some reason it's returned. And so I don't know quite what's happening with his tour or when he'll be back. But he is... You can follow on Facebook if you look for Matthew Hammond. I always refer to him as the Storyteller or the Stand-Up Philosopher or Cartwheels Collective or Widsith and Deal, various stage names. But you have to translate it. He's now speaking mostly in French, and it seems okay. He's in a general ward now, so I don't know quite how specialised his care had to be before that. But anyway, have a look there. He says the food is very good. He's very pro-EU and all the health cost sharing regulations and so forth. Don't know what will happen with all of that. Anyway, there's more things to think about. We've got a play coming up, for example. Just getting back to this show, the mechanics of the radio. Pulling Out, it's called. It is a radio play, and it was created for the most recent performance was at the Boat Shed. People just sat around in the theatre, and there was a presenter of sorts. That's to say, somebody doing the ironing and a bit of knitting, and listening to the radio, and introducing the various plays she found in a sequence. and so the audience is listening to the radio as well. And this was edited as one of them. I think previously it had been a workshop, or there's been various versions of the story, but I'll be playing that starting about 9:20. And the only thing I would say, some of the language we wouldn't normally use on Phonic FM in the mornings. So if you are sensitive to language, I suggest you retune. There's a very good Radio 4 story or programme all about castles and cyber security and things like that. So if you don't want to hear unfortunate language, well, it's not. It's quite reasonable language for the circumstances. It's a play about teenage pregnancy, and there's a certain amount of drug dealing comes into it. There's a bit of law and order issues. So it's the sort of language you'd find in a play of that kind. All I'm saying is, if you are going to be upset about that, you can always tune somewhere else, or you can listen to the Radio 4 later on, of course, as well, through the magic of the internet. www.phonic.fm, or if you are on the internet and you'd prefer the FM signal and you're in Exeter, it's 106.8. And Sadie Haller I'm going to play now, and after this I'll say a little bit about video. Sadie Haller was supporting the Rushes at the launch of their EP, which was a phonic benefit, and we did try to record some video. My own video wasn't. Well, it was all right, I think, but the sound was a bit all over the place. I haven't seen yet much of the video that was done by Noel Harvey. There's been a bit on Facebook, but I haven't seen a lot of it. But this was from King's Kerswell Church, which was recorded earlier, another time and place. But it's got some of the tracks from the EP. It's 20 minutes. I'm not going to play all of it, but the first track is Dancing Barefoot.
This is the first song I ever wrote, and it's called Dancing Barefoot. Dancing barefoot in the rain, under the trees, that's where we will lay. And when the stars come out, we'll hide away, hoping that we can repeat this day. With no shoes on our soles, hands entwined together, the mud between our toes, embracing the love we share. Autumn leaves falling, the wind is in our hair, and that's when we'll dance as a pair. Dancing to the beat of our hearts, in the forest making art. And every day is a new start, with a different ending every time. With no shoes on our soles, hands entwined together, the mud between our toes, embracing the love we share. Autumn leaves falling, the wind is in our hair, and that's trees, that's where we will lay. With no shoes on our soles, hands entwined together, the mud between our toes, embracing the love we share. Autumn leaves falling, the wind is in our hair, and that's when we'll dance as a pair. Thank you very much.
Oh, she introduced it herself, which is good. It's all right dipping in and out of YouTube, but it goes slightly wrong sometimes. And what a wonderful audience! I think they had a sound feed from the microphone, something like that. Phonic audience, you are wonderful, especially the people who turn up at the benefits, and obviously Rush's fans particularly. But it's very difficult recording reasonable singer-songwriter videos unless the audience keep completely quiet, which maybe is just a general problem about doing video for music. But I think the questions around video, how we do promotion for an event, what comes out of it later as promotion for the next event, all those sorts of things. We're sort of trying things so far, but I think it could get more serious, get to a better level. I went to a meeting at Tuber's Tuesday night it was, and it was organised with Digital Exeter, and it was very interesting. The style of video they were doing, it was a bit too zappy for my mind, but I could see what they were doing, because they basically argued that you could use cameras, fairly simple equipment. Matt Young DJ, if you look for Matt Young DJ on YouTube, you can see what's possible. He says he does the editing on a phone. I think if I was doing it, I would have to do it on a desktop, because it's very tight editing. But maybe the camera wasn't expensive. I can believe that part of it. But when you look at it, he has 90 subscribers. This is sort of just not pouring cold water on the whole idea, but just looking at the realities of it all. And he did say himself he hasn't made enough money that they're prepared to send any of it to him. He's got to go a lot further before that happens. But he is getting inquiries about the various things that he does, so that's a reasonable situation. Family Gamer TV, have a look for that one on YouTube. Family Gamer TV, that's Andy Robinson, and that one is actually a convincing success story situation. But he did start out as a journalist, so he knew about games from that basis, and that got him as far as New York, where he made his first videos reporting on a games launch, I think it was. So whether everybody in Devon is going to instantly get thousands of subscribers and a regular income, so forth, I just raise this as a question, but I'm probably going on too long, and we might come back to this later on. We'd like to meet people, obviously. Anyway, anybody who has got views on this, do come into the studio, either the Wild Show on a Thursday, or the We Don't Know show on a Tuesday, because there is video around music. Some of it is very low production, so the whole question of how we get to somewhere a bit better has got to be addressed over the coming time, maybe in a relaxed sort of way over the summer, and something a bit more formal in the winter time. Anyway, this next track is by Taylor Swift. One strategy with Bad Blood, which is Widseth and Deal's Valentine's show, gradually refining it. It's Greek myth mixed up with the songs of Taylor Swift, and there is a playlist on YouTube with a performance at the Phoenix in the workshop, and it's okay to use the Taylor Swift tracks as part of the playlist, apparently. So that seems to work. This track is called Out of the Woods. It's going to be pulling out. I did say before, if you're going to be upset by the language, please tune somewhere else. But I think it's all part of the subject matter being covered. I think this is going to be all right. And just a bit of information. It was 16th of July at the Boat Shed, and it was also performed at Wardrobe Theatre in Bristol and Oak Hill Young Secure Training Centre. And I think there were workshops in various other places before. At the moment, I don't think there's any plan to have another performance of radio plays in a theatre, but I think it should be explored. Some sort of situation might lend itself to that. So if we hear about that, we'll definitely have the information on Phonet FM somewhere. I expect Matthew would mention it when he's back. So here it is. It's about half an hour.
Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire.
Pulling Out by Lucy Bell, a play inspired by conversations with teenage dads.
Piss off, Caitlin.
Belle's going soon. Intervention will call you Mum.
Yeah, and?
What are you reading? Why don't you look at porn on your phone like a normal person?
Oh, Caitlin, give it back.
Rockwatch. Oh shit, the magazine for young geologists. Does Jake know?
It isn't. I wasn't.
Seriously? Geology? How long's this been going on?
Our dad cut trenching for Southern Water before he...
Before he went on an extended holiday?
Piss off. And the deeper he went, said you could see all the layers stacked up, and so he got me some books out of the library. So what?
Is this about Miss Lightfoot? Yeah, 'cause come summer she wears slutty see-through dresses and stands in front of the window.
Jealous?
Don't flatter yourself, love. It's over. You need to move on.
Me? Lightfoot says if I pass my maths, I can do geology A-level.
Yeah, right. Only 'cause you're an official no-hope, and if she don't fake your grades, Ofsted will sack her.
'Cause geology's decent. Just 'cause you got stuck with health and social care. It's how the oceans moved and the planets got made. There's like vertical miles of dead forests and hairy mammoths and shit. All the layers right in this rock I'm fighting on.
Really? In there?
And it's got these mad sounding words that you wouldn't even be able to say.
Try me.
Like accretion, ablation, and diagenesis.
Diagenesis. You're very knowledgeable, Liam.
It means the process by which loose sediment exposed to pressure becomes rock. So don't tell Jake, but when I follow Miss Lightfoot with my eyes, it's 'cause I'm listening to her.
Stay. You can take a look under my layers.
You always get the wrong idea. Jake said I should make my mind up and stop being moist.
We break up and make up, Leo. I know you don't mean it.
And we can break up again after?
We're 16, Leo. We can do what the hell we want.
Where do volcanoes come from? Geological time defies understanding. A plate in the Earth's crust takes a year to move millimeters, but then, bam! A volcano erupts, and in minutes, a whole new island is born.
Leo, have you seen what Caitlin's put on Facebook? There's this thread of mums naming their kids after their pregnancy cravings, like mango and gherkin. Bloody child cruelty, if you ask me. And I was just thinking what I would have called you.
JD and Coke?
When Caitlin posts Cocoa 'cause I can't stop eating chocolate.
Oh!
Leo? How could you be so stupid? Is that her dad? Is she sure it's yours?
Yeah, he is.
How could this happen?
Oh, pay attention. You've got 4 kids.
I thought you was on the Wii. I thought she was on the pill.
This is your fault. She was always holding Mikey, saying how good I was with him.
Oh, so you watch your little brother sometimes. Who else is going to help me?
I was always careful with Caitlin. I always, you know.
Leo, did they tell you about the dribble on the end?
Oh, Mum.
He's in the army.
Royal Marines. I ain't scared. I could break his face easy.
Shut up.
I told her to get scraped. She just said, aren't you happy?
Well, aren't you? Poor girl. I blame the parents. I was more of a mother to her. Cooking for you both, changing your sheets. You could have used an undersheet, you know.
Mum.
An improvement, I suppose, on the crunchy sock you had in year 7. Oh, God, Her number 6 is going to bloody love this. She could get a termination, but she needs to be quick about it because past the point they get fingernails. Do you want fingernails on your conscience?
The test said 8 weeks. 99% accurate and should be for 20 quid.
Have you been in my bloody purse again? Hang on, why didn't you nick the test instead of your mother's money?
Great story that would be. And then we went to Boots and your dad nicked the test.
Oh, so you want it now?
No. I don't know. It was you talking about fingernails. Mum, what's the right thing to do?
Do yourself a favour and walk away. Won't be the first man to do that.
My dad didn't want to leave. He had no choice.
Yeah, something like that.
Just go out the front with Mikey. Now. Quickly.
What about you?
I'm gonna let him in. Why do earthquakes happen? When plates in the earth crust meet and buckle, mountains are formed. If the plates get stuck, pressure builds. The bedrock cracks and judders, sending violent vibrations through the ground.
You can come round later.
They asked me.
They're out. Oh my god. Do you feel that kick?
Oh, mad. My kid's in there.
Why can't we call it Coco? Works for a boy or a girl.
Because my surname's Nut. What about Jim or Jane?
Jane. A name's supposed to be a gift? Like lyric if you want it to be musical, or harmony, or hymn?
Him? Seriously? What's his name? Him. What's hers? Him. It doesn't make sense. What if it can't hold a tune? Take me, Leonardo. I can't draw for shit.
So give me a better suggestion then. With the girls you've bagged off and the boys they've dumped me, it's hardly rich pickings.
Let's meet it first. I can't picture it till then.
Come here. Close your eyes. It's got my hair and brains, your eyes and smile. Naughty like you, but not too naughty. At least I bloody hope not. Now can you see it?
I did look at one name. For a boy. Alvin.
Like the chipmunks.
It means well loved in foreign. We can make that come true.
Oh, Leo. We're going to show them, Leo. Not going to be like my mum or your mum. No offence.
I'm not going to be like my stepdads or ignorant like your dad. I'm going to keep my nose clean, Caitlin. If I get to uni, they got a creche. I checked. I'm going to be hands-on like Marlin and Finding Nemo.
He's got flippers.
I'm not going to be useless. Like those signs that say,
This sign is not in use.
This bus is not in service. Or, what did your mum call me again?
Chocolate teapot. Oh, chocolate. Leo, am I going to get fat?
Get fat?
Piss off.
I want to be a decent dad. Like my dad.
Leo.
He was solid. Signed me out of school and let me ride his digger when the site was closed.
People change.
What would you know? Mum was too tight even to take us inside to visit. What's he going to say when he gets released?
Leo, I saw him in Weatherspoons.
Bullshit.
He was with 2 little boys. Their hair was wet from swimming. They called out Nut on his food order.
But why didn't you talk to him?
I did. I gave him your number. I told your mum,
Yeah,
but
when?
she said it was 6 months ago.
Liar.
Leo, the baby's gonna love you, I swear. It all just comes naturally. Natural is what it is. That's the whole point, it virtually happens by itself.
Caitlin, the pain means our baby's one step closer.
Say that again and I will bite you! Oh, this is not working! I know you're trying to kill me. You're all trying to kill me. Well, not her. She's nice, but that one is.
What, use it, Caitlin. You're angry and strong. I mean, technically, actually, this is all my fault.
Yes, it is.
How much do you blame me?
A bit.
I used to pull your hair in year 6 circle time.
Every week.
I've dumped you 9 times.
Yes, you bloody have.
How much do you hate me?
Like no Wi-Fi, like fruit inside, like Lexi being 2 sizes smaller than me, but slamming D-cup.
That's it, Caitlin. You can wrestle with alligators.
I can't.
You can tussle like a whale.
What's that supposed to mean?
You can handcuff lightning.
I can't.
Throw thunder in jail.
Just watch me.
You could murder a rock, hospitalise a brick.
I'm gonna put the whole bloody patio in intensive care.
That's it, push! The baby's half in, half out.
Leo, put your phone away.
Mate, I've seen some footage on YouTube, but mate, that is a first.
Leo.
Look at his little face wedged in there. Out next, push, bruv.
You group chat that photo and I will bloody murder you.
This 100% stainless steel pan has high sides. I'm not worried about the bean sprouts escaping when I toss it like so.
He's not worried about it.
And the even thickness of the metal equals even heat coverage throughout.
Can't argue with that, son.
I no longer need to worry about scorching.
Mate, total relief that is.
The days of scorched peppers and singed onions are over. With this pan, it's a whole new era.
Proper is. I'm gonna protect you from the burnt peppers and sweet corns. And all the nasty shit like that. Even your mum sometimes. She's got a lot of mouth. But you only have to take in the first sentence like Wikipedia. She does love you. Or you wouldn't be here, would you? Mate, she was a legend just now. A proper legend. And that nose won't stay stuck to your face like that. That's what the midwife said. Fair play. She nailed it.
Leo, it's your turn.
Oh, I've got a late shift tomorrow night.
Convenient that.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
Means with Asta in school, you're never here.
I've got to study, I've got to work.
Oh, and me on my own with Alvin all day, that's not work.
I didn't mean that.
You just go to him before his brain floods with cortisol and he grows up to be a psychopath.
Oh.
And make sure you sterilise the bottle properly this time.
This mall is MILF Central. Why didn't I notice them before? Oozing milk and sex.
What they staring at?
You, Leo. That bit of kit is living validation of the otherwise unlikely theory that someone wanted to have sex with you. You're a dilf. Lexi said you was anyway.
Caitlin's mate, Lexi.
Sexy Lexi. But if you're too knackered, and that's Chesty, and you need me to handle the office, just let me know.
Keep your hat on, Alvin.
Coming down the beach for a smoke. We can blow it the other way, like safety first, safety second.
I gotta stay straight. I'm meeting Caitlin to get him weighed.
Nah, man, I'm not letting this happen. You start nailing yourself to a cross now, where's it gonna end? Where's that kid gonna learn to be happy? Off his parents. It's like science. He sees his dad mincing about sober, sexually frustrated. His little brain's gonna think, oh, fair play. That's how I play this game called life. I've got to spend all my years being a miserable little bastard. Well, shut up. Sickie your shift. Have a smoke. Come to the party tonight. Got some MD to say.
Nah, mate, that's over.
How else are you gonna get him a plan? Look at that shit. All the other babies gonna crease up when they see him coming. Quality of what's coming over on the phone. You could buy a new one tomorrow. My mate took his airbag out the steering wheel. There's a load of stash space in there.
If the dog don't smell it.
Listen to him.
Dad showed me. He used to drop a bag inside the tank. The petrol hides the smell.
We could take Alvin on the ferry. Stick it in his nappy. Old school like. Come to think of it, there's a lot of things that's good for.
Just a quick smoke, then I'm away to the children's centre.
Hey, Lexi's coming to the party.
That settles it, mate. She definitely can't see me there.
See me and get talking in the video.
I don't know, man.
Never be a day when
Just tired. I'm a dab at
that's
this,
not
bro.
me.
No, that's not me. Act like a waste man, that's not me. Sex any girl, no, that's not me. Lips any girl, no, that's not me. Yeah, I used to wear Gucci and put it all in the bin, cause that's not me. True, I used to look like you, but just like a mess. No, that's not me.
Leo, hi.
Alright, Lexi.
Is Caitlin here?
Huh?
I said, is Caitlin here?
Oh, she's at home.
Good.
What?
I said, good.
glaciers. Made of nothing more than frozen water, glaciers are a thing of deceptive beauty. With every inch they approach, they carve and tear through bedrock. That's how valleys are made. Caitlin, I know they're out. Look, I said I'm sorry. It didn't mean a thing. It was just... Lexi was smiling at me, and for once, I felt like I was doing something right. He's my kid too. I kept that photo of Alvin, half in, half out. Like a beautiful picture in a lovely frame. Because you are lovely, Caitlin. I can't delete that. You have no clue how many mates have tried to see that, and you don't think I care. When Alvin poked his head out, that's the moment I knew what I was here for. You gave me that, mate. Lexi can't give you that. Nor my mum. Or my dad. Especially not my dad. Look, I'm gonna leave school. It's kid stuff, I see that now. I'll be there for you both, I'll provide if you give me a chance. The loose sediment in Portsea Island took 200 million years to stop moving. Can you give me a few weeks to find my feet? Caitlin?
They're all laughing at me, Leo. I can't talk to my mates. Not talking to my mum. Or my sister. They don't even know why I was surprised. I thought being a mum would be about love and cuddles. And it is a bit. But mostly it's about feeling embarrassed and ashamed and feeling like a failure. Only most things you fail at you can run away from. This just doesn't stop. I thought it'd be about getting respect for making a new life, because I did make him. He's mine. Doesn't feel like it though. No, it feels like he's something I don't deserve, something I'm screwing up. And everyone's eyes are on me all the time to see if I'm a natural mother. If I've got him the right stuff and remember to bring it out. How do you remember all that shit when you haven't slept in days? Like at the GP when I forgot his little red book. He's £9 2 ounces now. Or baby rhyme time when I forgot his nappies. And I went to births and deaths last week. Seems I've mislaid the dad. All these smug couples staring at the scuzzy single mum. Always pictured we'd be going together. The registrar says, in the name of the father, looking around the room. Mum said it would be simpler to leave you off, so I just said, your guess is as good as mine. Can't do makeup now, Leo. So, are you a good thing or a bad thing? Can you tell me that? Because if you can, I'll let you in. Leo?
Old ranges, like the Appalachian Mountains, are shrinking from erosion, but younger ones, like the Himalayas, grow a centimetre every year.
You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alvin. Happy birthday.
I've brung Alvin's birthday present.
What are you? Come here.
texted you like 10 times, but you never answer.
So stop sending them.
Look, it's the pram you wanted. Chrome spoked wheels, a fully adjustable hood.
He's walking, Leo.
Since when?
Last week.
I have to see him on his birthday, Caitlin. I promised him.
He's a year old.
Today's my contact day. 3 p.m. Saturday till 10 a.m. Sunday. You can't just plan a party and switch up his routine.
You did! You were supposed to have him Tuesdays when I'm at college!
Yeah, that's my job seeker's day. I took it once and they fined me 12 weeks benefits.
So why'd you leave school then?
You wanted me to.
How did you pay for that? Why is Jake driving around in a new car looking shifty as?
Don't matter. I can look after you now. You can move out. I can give you whatever you need.
What could you give us? Oh yeah, a nasty rash when I took you back. Total mistake that was. Flu, when you forgot Alvin's coat and he came home running a fever twice. Wasted petrol on the 3 days I waited at Esso. Oh yeah, and your mum never showed up.
Yeah, so let me collect him.
Your mum's the third party. You're supposed to stay away from me.
Caitlin?
Oh, what else? Oh yeah, reminders from mum on a daily basis
Yeah,
that
this
she
is
knew
all
this
her.
would happen.
This isn't you.
If it wasn't for Alvin, I wouldn't be talking to you. You're useless. You're worse than your dad.
Caitlin, come back in.
At least your dad had the good grace to piss off permanently.
Don't push me.
What, like this? Or like this? Leo! Oh, Mum! Dad, help me! Mum!
Oh, what does she want some? Does he? Do you want some, do you? Hey, come on then, I'll sort you all out!
We can't interview you until a chaperone is available. Once we start, you can have a break every 2 hours, but I'm out of Lemsip, so it won't take that long. Is there anyone else you'd like us to contact?
If I'm making a call, can I get my bag back? I need my phone.
I don't think so, Leo. Your ex-girlfriend says you've been bullying her.
Oh, that's pretty good. You ask at school if I was ever a bully.
School can't vouch for your activities when you're no longer on roll. Intimidating calls and texts. Following her. Waiting outside her house when her parents are out.
Yeah, she's got my child. She stopped me seeing my own child.
She could have done that months ago. You've got no PR.
What? Speak English.
Parental responsibility. If you're not on the birth certificate, you don't exist. They're not even sure he's yours.
Caitlin said that.
Her mother did. We've notified the MASH team.
MASH? Like potatoes?
Multi-agency safeguarding hub. You're on our system as a risk to your son.
You always listen to the bird, don't you? Can't you check my story first?
We would have done in the normal run of things, Lenny.
Leo.
Leo. Oh, Christ. But that was before we found 250 grams of MDMA in your rucksack. You seem surprised. Your poor mother was.
I've no idea how that got there.
Look, I'm not on top form here, mate, but we can try a little harder than that. Like, you think this is your first offence, but that won't help you. You think your age will help you. Your age won't help you. That is a trafficable quantity of Class A. You'll be held on remand before trial. Unless you can tell me how it got there.
I thought you weren't interviewing me yet.
Son? Where are your shoelaces? Why would they take your shoelaces off you, Peach? I know you don't want me to talk about him, but I'm sorry, I've got to tell you, Alvin's too brilliant. He's just gorgeous. He's climbing up everything like a 3 a.m. pisshead. Here, I got him to do you a picture. It's a mountain or a plate of spaghetti. Did it when Nazi Gran weren't looking. It's a bloody cheek. I've got to go round there and see my own grandson.
Look, if Caitlin's in there, I get a cuppa, but if it's her, no chance. Son, will you please just bloody tell them who you got it off?
Shut it.
That's nice. Your own mother. That's nice. And if Alvin forgets you?
Oh, it's gonna happen sooner or later. What difference does it make?
Well, I miss you.
Oh, Mum.
If it's Jake you're protecting, Leo, he's an idiot. Always was, always will be, and most importantly, he's not someone's dad.
Yeah, I'm not a grass.
You think this is how I plan my life? Look, with kids, you've got to let go of what you wanted in life, especially when you're a man.
Oh, that's a good one. That's pure Caitlin, that is.
Oh, what's it got to do with her?
Do you know what these lot would do to a squealer? And on the outside, I'd lose every mate I grew up with. She proper had my balls in a jar then.
This has got nothing to do with her.
You're starting to sound like them. This caseworker here wants me on some poxy parenthood course.
Good.
What, 6 fellas filming bedtime stories for their kids to post over and go in the bin? What's the point? I can't be his dad, can I?
Does he feel like your son?
Like Caitlin seeing someone. A proper knew they were mates.
I know. Good for her.
He's spending time with Alvin.
It's bloody nice of him, if you ask me.
Oh, Mum.
I didn't rein you in, love. It was hard. That's what it helps to have two of you. I'd come in so tired from work. If there was a letter from school, I didn't want an argument. I just wanted a cuddle. You're always so great at cuddles.
Mum!
Well, you were. Don't care who is it. Should have told you off more. Can't change that. But I bloody well can do it now. You tell that solicitor everything you know, everything, and you do every course they got running, because this is not what I brought you up for, and this is not what my grandson is seeing.
Can you count to 10 for me, Leo?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, just straight into the lens whenever you're ready.
Hello, Alvin. I got this book to show you. Look at that picture. It's like the mountain you drew. See? The surface of the planet Earth is covered in plates packed close together. One's with different countries on, one's for the seas, and they're always moving. Slowly, like.
What's this, Leo?
Mountains account for 1/20th of the Earth's
Do you need a
surface.
body, little man?
These natural wonders are made when rocky plates come together at pressure, buckle, but don't explode. That's a glacier, son. That massive thing is just made of water. They move really slowly, carving and tearing through the landscape. That's how valleys are made, son. Like the ones your mum's from.
Can you see that? Do you know who that is?
It's a bit slower now, Alvin, but geology is slower. A plate in the Earth's crust takes a year to move millimeters, then bam! A volcano erupts, and in minutes, a whole new island is born.
That's your dad, Alvin.
The Himalayas are still growing. The most impressive mountain range in the world, and you know what they're made of? Sediment. Flyaway dirt and grit that used to blow around the wind, till time and pressure settled it down and made it solid.
Diagenesis.
It seems impossible, but it ain't, if you give it enough time. Listen, mate. Not sure if your mum's going to play you these DVDs. And I respect that. I like doing them either way. Gym time is overrated. But I'd really appreciate it if she held on to them. So you know I made them. Not sure if I'll get to see you again, son. But I've done everything I can now to make sure I do. Be good, Alvin. Night.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet.
In Pulling Out, Leo was played by Bob Yates Tilley, Caitlin and other parts by Jenny Davis, and Jake by Danny Lane.
And she's always like kids. She's always like babies, and she's like, oh, I want one. When she told me, I actually had no feelings. But when it became reality, it was a bit stressful. Like we broke up when she was 6 months pregnant.
When we were born, it was amazing. It was like just watching as one person and walked out as another person, completely different.
She screamed a lot. Like she was always shying. Like she wanted a cesarean. I was like, no, the head's there. Like you can see it. I mean, I was telling her I can see it, but I just didn't want to let down there at all.
But to fight someone like me and beat someone like me, it's credited. it's good. People start looking up to you.
And only after having a child did I realise it genuinely works so much better with two people who actually communicates and get along. I grew up a lot.
You go on a wing, like where it's 12 cells with the bunk beds, but it's a bad place in there if you're not like a boyo and you're just like a normal person.
I understand we're not together, but I still want to be doing things as a family.
We're not, we're co-parenting.
Right.
Yeah, and we've learned that we have had the best friendship ever.
Won't fuck kids, yeah. I think I'd be in jail a lot more.
So I want him to basically be the best of a person, the best of a man he possibly can be, right?
When I do see my son again, I don't know. I've imagined it a million ways, but I don't know. You can't predict that. You can't really predict it. You're gonna be how you're gonna be. I hope he likes me.
Phonic FM on 106.8 FM and online www.phonic.fm.
But it's taking me under since you're not here. Oh, I feel so all alone at times. It's bitter when it's hard to get, but this hide and go seek it's making me weak. Oh, I'm getting weak all over now. I promise to stop boxing you round, so don't scratch my face in the running. Oh, the fight is all over now. We need to get our act together, take it off the street, bring it on home and drop them guns on the floor. Love war. We don't need love war. The talks we have don't change a thing. They only bring rain on top of pain. Oh, there's pain in my heart now. Flashbacks and uncovered tracks from when you left with my best friend. We need to get our act together, take it off the street, bring it on home and drop them guns on the floor. Make love for peace in the name of never cheat. Vow to be strong and let the band roll on. Let's stop these love wars. We don't need love wars. And we can have love wars. And we can't stand no love wars. Love wars. We don't need love wars. No, no, no. Love wars. I want it to be all over now. Come on back home, darling. The bombs exploding in there, through the last one. I don't care. I remember losing my head and calling you back like dirty names. Oh, I ain't a filter top now, baby. We need to get our act together, take it off the streets, bring it on home and drop them guns on
Phonic FM, 106.8 FM.
Tired of you, and lately I've been thinking, just because your money's strong don't mean you can do the things that you do. Just so you know, I did everything in case you don't. Let me tell you this, I'm tired of spending all my time and waiting on your diamond and loving half the time. I'd rather be broke than with you. I'd rather be broke than with you. Baby, I've been thinking how you treated me so wrong. I put up with you, and that ain't gon' do. And baby, I've been thinking that I'm better off alone. It's long overdue. I'll be the fool. Just so you know, I did everything in case you don't. Let me tell you this, I'm tired of spending all my time and waiting on your diamond and loving half the time. I'd rather be broke than with you. I'd rather be broke than with you. I gave you chances, too many chances, but you went too far. You went and broke my heart. I gave you chances, too many chances, but you went too far. You went and broke my heart. Oh, I'd rather be broke than with you. I'd rather be broke than with you. I'd rather be broke than with you.
Expect the unexpected. This is Phonic FM on 106.8 FM.
Is it Knight Rider? No, it's Chris Norton and his Merry Men on the Wild Show on Phonic FM 106.8.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
sound alternative. Phonic FM.
Good morning again. If you were listening to the drama hour, this is still Wheel 789GB, but it is now the Wild Show. I might play a little bit of Having a Wonderful Time, a half-hour play that we've got down to 3 clips, because we're trying to do a version of it or a situation around it, which may get into a bit more when Chris arrives. So he should be here by about 10:30, and John may be here as well. And so that is, it's really just about passing time in the summer, or various activities you can do, and how much sense it all makes. So we will get to that. This is Womack and Womack Catch and Don't Look Back.
What you're selling, baby, I ain't buying.
her to see what's going down. She was with someone else, I was kind of freaking out. I see you looking and wishing, don't act like you want it again. You know you want me back. You're about to have a heart attack. You know you want it back. That's why you're about to have a heart attack. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I said, how are you? How you doing? How you been? She says, I'm loving. Did I introduce my friend? I started trip. Don't even know what for. Seeing her with someone else only made me wanting more. I see you looking and wishing, don't act like you want it again. You know you want me back. You're about to have a heart attack. You know you want it back. That's why you're about to have a heart attack. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know you want me back. You're about to have a heart attack. You know you want it back. That's why you're about to have a heart attack. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I want it. I need it. I want it. I need it. I want it. I need it. I
That's a Heart Attack, Tony Braxton, Babyface, from the CD Love, Marriage and Divorce. So and that came up earlier as well during the drama hour, just right at the end. I'd rather be broke. Seemed to fit in. I'm not sure how to mix up drama and sort of pop radio or daytime music. It can work. I'm sure it's all going to work if we get more clips. But I think the theatre is not as well. It's not a digital medium anyway. Well, it's not as essentially. It isn't. Maybe the boat shed is in the middle somewhere. If you have a theatrical experience listening to the radio, maybe there's a leap there that could happen. We ought to have the radio version or some sort of sound ahead of the performance. I think things just seem to be happening in the wrong order. Anyway, I have taken 3 clips out of the Having a Wonderful Time. Last week and the week before, while the Storyteller's away, I've been playing stories of J.G. Ballard as radio plays. You can find them on the Internet Archive. You just look, if you go on the web and look for Internet Archive, the stories of J.G. Ballard, and you'll find News from the Sun, which was the one that came up when there was a Phonicon, and then another one is Having a Wonderful Time. There was a continuity announcement which came up. Next week it'll be Having a Wonderful Time, so I just went along with that, and I've done the same thing last 2 or 3 summers. The Storytellers been away in July. So I've taken out 3 jingles. I think I've got space for maybe 2 of them now around some music, and then might maybe fit in another one later on. Depends a bit when Chris arrives. He should be here by about 10:30, but you never know.
We've walked all this way along the beach and we've passed nothing but hotel after hotel.
Well, it is a resort, darling.
I know, but look at them all. Dozens of them. And they're all crowded.
A place like this is bound to be popular.
There, see? There's an airport coach pulling up to that one. Look at them all with their flight bags. Straight through the lobby and out to the poolside bar.
Well, we must have looked like that a fortnight ago.
But seeing them from here, from the outside, as it were, it looks rather strange. Don't you think?
How do you mean? Strange?
Well, look at them. They're all mad to get some leisure. It'd be very easy to take advantage of a group of people in a state like that. Anyway, shall we head back? The airport might call. Managerial and working class, almost all from the North and Midlands. Tomorrow, I'm going into Las Palmas to find out exactly what is going on here. There should be some way out of here.
Richard, we can't leave until there's a plane for us. How have you forgotten that? Now, if you don't mind, I have to go on as Lady Bracknell in a few hours, and I'm rather nervous about it.
To hell with Lady Bracknell! Can't you hear what I'm saying? Today I spoke to people who have been here for over a year, Diana. God, I've got a headache. Are you sure we haven't any aspirin?
I told you to look in the bathroom.
I did.
Well, ring down for some then.
No. I won't call them. Their hotels are becoming run down. They're starting to run low on supplies. They're having children there.
Well, that's their business. Mine is that I am starring in a play. I have never done that before, Richard. I have never had the opportunity. But tonight, I do. And I am not going to allow your sun-baked histrionics to spoil it for me. I'll be at the theatre, if you care to come and watch.
I'm gonna take you to my special place. It's a place that you, like no one else I know, might appreciate. I don't go there with anyone, but you're a special case for my special place. My special place, my secret place, my secret place. take up space. Guess I'm only talking to be talking to your pretty face. I don't talk much to anyone, but you're a special case for my special place. My special place. I was born and raised in New York City. I'm just getting used to Colorado. Oh, street bravado, carry me. Why did you bring me to a place so wild and pretty? Are there pigeons in this park? Muggers after dark in these golden trees. A secret place. A secret place. My secret place. In my secret place. My secret place. I'm gonna take you to my special place. It's a place no amount of hurt and anger can defeat. I put things back together then. It all falls right in place in my special space. Once I saw a film in New York City that was shot in Colorado. Girl meets desperado in the trembling mountain trees. Out of all of the girls that you see in pictures and cafe windows, sitting flirting with someone, looking to have some fun. Why did you pick me high for the secret place? For the secret place. In my secret place. In my secret place.
Just between you and me, Mark, what exactly is going on?
Well, without punching it up on the terminal, I can't say exactly. But off the top of my head, Ian and Audrey are off snorkeling in the lagoon. The Thorntons have, for whatever reason, opted for deep-sea fishing. And your wife is at the Amateur Dramatics.
I'm not stupid, Mark, and I'm not blind. Look around. There are hotels as far as the eye can see, and beyond that, construction cranes are busy putting up more. What's it all for?
Oh, for you. And for people like you. Everybody needs a taste of paradise, even if it's only for a few weeks.
But our weeks are up. We should be back home by now.
Have another Campari and soda. And if the sun's troubling you, I'd suggest you put on a hat. Ah, Mrs. Harvey, how did the scuba diving go this morning?
February the 16th, Hotel Imperial. Dear Judith, 3 more weeks. Hysterical laughter in paradise. The English papers flown in here are full of it. No doubt you've heard that there's going to be a government inquiry. Apparently, instead of flying people back from the Canaries, the airlines have been sending their planes onto the Caribbean to pick up the American holiday traffic. So the poor British are stuck here indefinitely. I hope you've been popping round to look after my plants. There'll be nothing left of them but sticks. There are literally hundreds of us here in the same boat. The amazing thing is, one gets used to it. Oh, the hotel people are charm itself. They've pulled out all the stops, organising extra entertainments of every kind. Richard, of course, is taking it all with his usual lack of grace. I can't see why he doesn't get involved in something. I've joined an amateur theatrical group here at the hotel. We're putting on The Importance of Being Earnest.
So there you have it. The half-hour played in 3 clips. So it takes about 5 minutes in 3 bits. And now we're just going to work out what else we can do with it as a situation. I think it's going to end up as a basement in an arts centre, which just absorbs people. Nobody ever goes out. Anyway, I can predict that Chris will be here at 10:30, exactly on time. So we are surviving. JD, if you're listening, I'm sure you're very impressed. He's not coming this week, but so far the show's still going all right, pretty much. One more track from another self-portrait. You heard All the Tired Horses in there, and this is I Threw It All Away.